Alright, everybody, welcome to tonight's running in Canada at Canadian Tire for the Inspired Thunder Series. Second, the second of the 4 race stint. This will be the final time. You see the Cars Tour at the end of these 4 weeks. So starting lineup for tonight goes as followed. Pacey Widget, Elijah Fisher, row 1. Stephen Henning Jr., Travis Farmer, the hometown native, rolls off P3. Row 4, James McConnell, Mike Hauser. Row 4, Ben Milner, Chris Loda. Row 5, Cade Cannon, Dusty Woney. Tyler Stone, Colt Ward, row 6. Row 7, Aaron Stant, Robert Wilhoit. And Logan Putt, I do not believe he will be attending tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Matter of fact, we can see right now, and no, he is not. Alright, so things will be different tonight. Right now, my voice is decided it's wanting to jump the border down to somewhere else. I ain't gonna say which border, but well, we're in Canada, so it went back to the U.S. Regardless of the fact, voice starting to leave. Ain't felt good the whole week. So here we are. Probably gonna try to keep it on download. There ain't much talking. Then I apologize in advance. Hopefully there'll be some action somewhere we can kind of go off of. But hell, I will say, and rooting for Stephen Henning Jr., the hometown boy. Gonna try to get it done in his home track. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the somber news out the way. There will be an extra pace lap for Ben Milton. Another death in the family. Seems like there's been a lot of death in the family since Christmas has gone around. So yeah, we're just going to take a moment of silence here. Thank you. So Ben Milton parades around, of course, lost. I've had to say it 100 times. It feels like this season, it really just entirely through all the money racing leagues that I cover, and between Inspired and a couple other leagues, it's been a rough start to 2026 for a lot of people. Really, it was a rough start, rough into the year for 2025. A loss isn't something a lot of people can handle. Me myself, it's tough on sometimes. But our thoughts and prayers are with the Milner family tonight. See, we'll now drop back and take his starting spot. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with Stephen Henning Jr. Stephen Henning, Garrett Jenkins, got a copy.
Yeah, there.
Well, as I said on the broadcast, I'm sure you might get a kick out of this. We came to Canada. My voice decided it wanted to go back to the U.S., so I ain't going to keep you very long, man, because my throat will not allow me to. But hometown track, car store, run a lot in this series as a whole. Where's the confidence level?
Well, I mean, every time I've raced here, I've started on pole and I've wrecked out, so it can only go up from here, right?
Well, I reckon so. Got a fast car, a very cool looking car. Don't know where we're at on the racetrack here, but okay, yeah, I do know. All right, I'll ask you this next question at the halftime break.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, good luck, bud. All right, Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning Jr. brings us down for the start. We're rolling from Canada. Didn't touch the grass a little bit. One of the earlier corners right now is going to settle back about the 7th spot right now. Henning leads over Jason McConnell, Elijah Fisher. Travis Farmer, K. Ken in the top 5 early on. Well, Stephen Henning Jr. is going to lead lap 1. Or really lap 4. My mistake. Should I take the tickers messed up somewhere? Well, lap 1 officially in the book, so yes, tickers messed up a little bit on the lap counter nonetheless. Well, I'll let you know whenever it's the halfway point of the race and all that good jazz. Stephen Henning Jr. fast lap of the race, 129, 181. Pacey Widget started from the pits right now. Trying to gain back some of his positions right now. 10 seconds off the field. Matter of fact, so there ain't confusion. Right. Alright, never mind. Right now, Steven will come back around the final corner. He'll lead lap 2. Okay, so the ticker's having all sorts of issues around there. Great. Okay, now it's fixed, by God. About time. So now everything's right, everything's accurate. Apologize for the delay here. Right now, Ben Milner's climbed himself back up to the top 5 spot. Oh! Why did I say something? Loops it around, contact with Cade Cannon actually pretty much saved the car. Man. So Ben Milton will drop all the way back to 11th. And right now, Stephen Henning Jr. has opened up a 2.8 second lead over the field with 50 to go. Chris Lauda, meatball flag. Oh. Well, as the old saying goes, one of them expensive pieces just broke underneath the hood of the 69. And that will more than likely be night done for Chris Lauda. 3 laps into this, see what happened. Don't hear nothing. That's bizarre. Go back a little bit further here. Alright, well. Not sure what has let go underneath the hood of Chris Lauda, nor what caused it. Robert, you're my pit race reporter for tonight. What's the status on the 69?
He just misjudged, didn't pay attention to the RPMs, and on this track the engines do run a little high on the RPMs. If you don't watch it, the engine will go, as you can see.
Well, Robert, I appreciate the information. He is our pit reporter for the rest of the season here in the Thunder Series. And Chris Lauda, done for the night. It'll be somehow to keep an eye on as the field keeps going. Tony, you really use this. Gotta really use this this best battle things here. What do we got? Wandy and Milton back there for the night spot. You got a whole horse nest here, Snap. Need some air time. Further back, or actually further ahead, James McConnell and Elijah Fisher right now. They were up here on the list. Right now, Ben Milton to the inside of his teammate for 0 Delta. James McConnell, Milton takes the position back up to 8th. With a rough start to the night for Ben Milton. One incident on the opening lap. Another incident, and then a couple laps later, contact with Cade Cannon has set the 2018. Kind of deep in the hole, trying to make something happen. Right now, Aaron Stanton having to deal with Pacey Widget. fight with Stanton. Gonna look to the inside of Stanton this time. Entering turn 9. Well, 46 to go. Stephen Henning Jr. continues to lead here at Canadian Tire. We're going to take the first break of the night. You're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live from Canadian Tire. We will be right back. we are back, and today's Garrett sponsor of the race is Milton around again. Cade Cannon again. Cade able to save it. Milton, however, gets it back going. What in the name of Mike? Oh no, we've missed a couple things. Pacey Widget fast lap 124.450. Yes, they will call Ward lap 11. Ward's just drifting. And then with Ben Milton lap 11 as well. That's hard to say. Go for the far chase. Gets to the inside of Cannon. They just come together. I really ain't gonna call it, and ain't got the time to call it, as I see it. But right now, they're all chasing Stephen Henning Jr. right now. 41 laps to go. Halfway break coming on lap 26. Anyway, Mountain Ridge Honey. If you got a sore throat and you're trying to keep your voice for the rest of the weekend and next week, might want to try Mountain Ridge Honey. They're Garrett's sponsor of the race. No association with Inspire Radio. Copyright issues. Well, the hometown kid put on a clinic so far. Knock on wood. I should not have said that. As long as you don't hear it, it's fine. Right now, Elijah Fisher in the pits this time. Down and away. Now Travis Swanel working on James McConnell. Further back to the field. How about Pacey Widget? Up to fourth after missing the start. Right now, other than that, Tyler Stone around. Off the track for Stone, gets the back going. Colton Ward in the pits. Oh, there goes Steven around. Get back rolling. He's fine. Cutting, mowing some lawn, but he's good. right now hitting Steve Henning Jr. 2.5. Colt Ward still on pit road. Have all light as Ward's done for the night. Well, cut the points lead even. Shrink the points lead down even more between Ward and Henning, or Ward and Aaron Stanton. Right now, 36 to go. The gap is still 2.5 now, but that gap slowly starting to shrink. I have a lies for Stephen Henning. You'll be ready for this halfway caution. Right now, Travis Barber running in the third spot. Ben Milne back up to fifth. Right now, he's fine. I don't want to say nothing. Tyler Stone in the pits this time. Chris Loda, engine still smoking on pit road. Through the field, brought to you by Inspire Marketing. Excuse me. Stephen Henning Jr., your leader. James McCall, Travis Farmer, second and third, 2.6 and 3 seconds back. Pacey Widget on the move. Right now, 11.6 now. Ben Milne, 19 point, or right under 20 seconds back behind the leader. Aaron Stanton closing in on him for the fifth spot. Cade Cannon right now running in seventh. Mike Hauser running in eighth. Elijah Fisher, the first one to come in for green flag pit stops, right now runs ninth. Dustin Walney right now running in the 10th spot. Ty Stowe, Colt Ward, Chris Loda officially out of the race. Logan Putnam did not join the race tonight. We'll look forward to seeing him on Monday from Darlington. If the commentator still has a voice back in. Pacey Widget fast lap of the race, 124.431. Good grief. Cade Cannon, a little bit mowing the lawn, lowering the curb. I got a dirt pile right there. That number 9 machine. Right on board Stephen Henning. See what he's doing. Well, this is the part right here that everybody's worried about. I mean, honestly, saw Chris Loda. I mean, look at Steve. I mean, you're looking at the RPM gauge. He ain't even, not even full throttle. Well, if you joined us earlier in the race, Chris Laota blew his motor 3 laps into tonight. Because of that one section there, you full throttle, RPMs were bouncing all over the place, maxing out. So that's the one thing drivers got to be wary about tonight, is saving the motor along with the tires. Right now, Aaron Stanton, a lot of people's favorite driver. Right now, running in a 6th spot, got his teammate Cade Cannon right behind him, breathing down his neck. This will be for the 6th spot. We're going to try to run the building down. Building. Been a rough night. Believing Milton was Summers to top 5. He'll take it. Okay, gonna try to cross Aaron over. Not able to get there. Well, right now, it's Stanton runs 6th. Halfway caution coming up. It's going to reset the field. Well, I know a lot of drivers are going to be hoping and praying for a new set of tires. Mike Hauser around in turn 2. Just about going. See what happened to poor Mike. It just goes a little wide. Not quite around. Does a nice job keeping that old throwback number 43 off the concrete wall. Excuse me about that. Oh, Steven! Come on, buddy. Gonna have Farmer right on him. And them tires, they about shot. Good news is, it's only second. We'll restart on the front row. Matter of fact, no, he's in this time. He's forgetting this. I'm gonna take my rubber now. Well, that'll happen. That's a very big pit wall. I apologize for that. So Stephen Henning Jr. in this time, and it will move Pacey Widget up to the second position. 6 seconds off now from Travis Farmer and coming. Excuse me, folks. Halfway caution, we're going to take another quick step away for the next sponsor of the night, ibuprofen. Proud sponsor of Round AM. If you want your headaches to go away, take ibuprofen or Tylenol, your choice. Might as well open up a freaking pharmacy. All right, now Travis Farmer in the Jegs.com machine leads. Lap 23 of 26, so 3 to go before the halfway point. Pacey Widget in the pits this time. Yeah. Right now, Aaron Stanton in along with Ben Milden. It's going to be Cannon up the second. I think what some of these drivers are doing. Some are going to be willing to sacrifice the track position at the halfway caution to have some more fresher rubber than the drivers who are pitting now. But right now, top 3 have chosen to stay out. Farmer, Cade Cannon, Mike Hauser, James McCall, Stephen Henning Jr., Elijah Fisher, Pacey Widget, Aaron Stanton, and Ben Milton are the ones who have pitted along with Dustin Walney. Oh, Cannon! Hard into the wall! Travis Farmer in the pits as well, so forget my strategy. My strategy is wrong. Nobody is thinking about tires. They can also be thinking about fuel. Just thought about that too. But no, it would not make sense unless you need fuel to get halfway, but then you're going to be asking to take a pit stop. You know what? I'm not a crew chief. I'm just a broadcaster. I don't have a Larry Mack up here. I know Vista one. .28 to go. Travis Farmer still leads. Moving on to it.
So Garrett, give you a little update. Everybody was about a lap and a half short of making it halfway on fuel.
Ah.
So they're getting about 24 and a half laps per run.
All right, all right. Oh, caution's at. Oh, right, halfway. Okay, you know what? My mind is not mentally here right now, so just bear with it. I thought there was a wreck. Travis Farmer, the halftime leader. Sorry. Still got another one doing that. Alright, so you can't talk Travis Farmer here, man. Travis Farmer actually not a number 4 everybody. Try to talk to him post race as the field now racing to try to get caught back up to the pace car. Pit road is closed. Look about Jaden McConnell with a decent run going. Set the top 5, Stephen Henning Jr. There's the pace car rolling out. In third, Fisher Widget, top 5. Excuse me again. Folks, that being said, we're going to take our halftime break, and then come back with the halftime report. You're watching the Inspired Thunder Series live from Canada. We'll be right back. Alright, Phil, get ready to go back here. Halfway time or halfway time break information. Travis Farmer, your leader. One caution, of course, the halftime break, 2 official lead changes. Pacey Widget, fastest lap of the race. The fastest 5 for 5. Dustin Walton, as a matter of fact, with a 138. Well, actually, that's going to be kind of tampered with because we're in a caution. Anywho, scrap that one and then scrap that one. Lap leaders so far tonight. Steve Henning Jr. has led the most at 22. Travis Farmer's led 7. Everybody else has only led 1. Part of that might not be right neither because of the issues with the overlay. So bear with it there. Biggest gainers so far: Stanton, Farmer, Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning Jr. Logan Poe did not start tonight. That is the race report. I apologize for being a little bit late here back to the broadcast, which I'm sure my race reporter Robert Wilhoit can tell you. Whenever you're trying to eat Mountain Ridge honey and you have a beard, it can get a little bit messy, to say the least. But got it took care of, I hope. And we're back here for the final half of this race.
Messy beards.
Alright. Farmer Henning brings us down, rolling again. Oh! Did Farmer miss a shift? Right now, Stephen Henning Jr., black flag, wait and see if he'll get cleared. Go back and see what in the world happened. Right on board with him. Alright, not that far back, Einstein. On board Travis Farmer. He does not go. I mean, launched fine, or I thought he did, just did not go. Robert, what's the word? Give him time to weigh that option. Right now, Stephen Henning Jr., black flag, still standing. He's letting everybody by. Excuse me. Unless I don't have to restart zone right or something or other. Well, regardless of the fact, they have not cleared Stephen Henning Jr.'s black flag. So evidently it is going to stay, and he'll have to come into a drive-through penalty. God almighty. There's 22 laps to go. James McConnell the leader. I still, even then, I mean, Farmer just did not go. I don't care where the restart zone's at. Did not go. But and now James McConnell, your leader. Travis Farmer, Pacey Widget, Elijah Fisher, Ben Milton in your top 5. Stanton, Hauser, Waltney, Steve Henning Jr. right now still on the lead lap in 9th. Cade Cannon done for the night. Stephen Henning Jr. back out onto the racetrack now. Tyler Snow coming back up onto the racetrack, 17 laps down. We'll try pass Cade in the overall finishing position. Try to get him a top 10 here. More than likely in the room to do it. As right now, 21 laps to go.
And just to give you an update here, they will have to pit one more time to make it to the end.
All right, so one more time here, some strategy. Right now, strategy is at foot. Robert, take us through the, if you don't mind, Stephen Henning Jr., the incident on the restart.
He just jumped it. He got the wrong information from a spotter on when to go and was a little early on it. And by the time they got to the line, he was ahead of Travis Farmer. So he got the black flag for jumping the start there. Feel bad for him for having a strong car, but with as the pit stop still coming in, I think that he can possibly make up some ground if he cuts the stint or pits a little earlier than the others. So we'll have to see how it plays out.
If I'm not mistaken, that was what, a 50 or 40-second hold for Steven.
45 second.
He might just with that hold, he might have enough to. Might have to save a little bit, but he might have enough to make it.
It'd be something nice or something to keep an eye on.
Need silver lining, so we'll keep that story in the back of our mind. 20 to go, still a 3-dog fight for the lead. James McConnell doing a hell of a job right now. As a matter of fact, Farmer, Widget, Steele, Milton, and Elijah Fisher top 5, standing back to 4.2 over the leader, so that's about 2.2, somewhere along in that ballpark, to Fisher. Sorry, folks. Well, 18 to go, 19 rather. Ben Milton's gaining some time here. 1.7. Oh, Widget way wide. Didn't lose much, but lost enough. It's going to allow McConnell Farmer some breathing room, but not for long. Ben Milton, he's coming. 1.6. Think back to his last win, the Charlotte Roval, virtually even with his teammate Ben Knert, who is not here tonight. But virtually even at the Roval. Of course, one mistake would end up costing Ben Knert that win and give Milton his first on the road course, actually his second on the road course. Technicality on the first one, ain't gonna bring it up. So yeah, right now looking for his third win of the season, coming on road courses. Right now, his teammate James McConnell, on the other hand, doing a hell of a job trying to hold off, working with two of the fastest guys in his fire. Widget, who has been on a tear since coming back, and of course Travis Farmer. Oh, Widget to the inside. Off Farmer for second. Go and look to the inside. Oh, Jesus. That hurt. I get too excited. Widget up to second. Farmer drops back to third. In the clutch is now Ben Milton and Elijah Fisher. Well, they're going to have to pit again. Question is, are they saving it or are they just going knowing they got to pit? You got to think, out of a lot of these, Fisher and Milton's been saving just a little bit. Pacey is Pacey. I mean, he could probably save and be quick just as much as Colt Ward. I'm not even going to try to compare the two. It'll take way too long. The main thing is, James McConnell, has he been saving or has he been rushing it hard? I mean, even if you can't make it to the end, I mean, you can sit here and you can still try and save as much as you can, push it back as far as you can, hope that you can go further than the other guy. We'll try an experiment. Okay, never mind. So hold up, give me a minute here. Alright, so that still has some issues that need to be worked out. Regardless, what I was saying is, this Monday night, Darlington, for the Cup Series, the final race before we decide the final 4 drivers. Pretty much the scenario is this. So it's fine. Kay Cannon is in a must-win going into Darlington Monday night. It is a must-win for what has been one of the strongest starts to a year that I've seen in a long time. Burst onto the scenes. 2026 came back with a new attitude after what was a very difficult 2025 for Kay Cannon and the Cannon family. But burst onto the scenes, got that win at Kansas. But now, being so close so many times, afterwards, Charlotte, Michigan, Richmond had a good shot at it, I felt like. But none of that matters now. No, it does not. What matters now for Kay Cannon, Darlington, rise to the occasion, or being eliminated for the second straight season from the Final 4. Now, with that being said, if that does not happen, if Kay Cannon does not walk out of Darlington with a win, and more importantly, a trip to Miami for a championship, it will be Colt Ward winning in Richmond. It was already locked. It will be Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, and Travis Farmer will be your Final 4. Unless Kay does not win. Now, Mike Hauser can still clinch on a win, but to be honest with you, it really won't matter. It's only going to matter If Cade Cannon wins, then speaking of the farmer, he's around. Travis Farmer goes around. Man. I was just talking about it. I see the common denominator. So Farmer goes around, he'll drop back down to 6th. But right now, 14 to go. Pacey Widget, your leader. Now is Widget, Fisher, James McConnell, Ben Miller, and Aaron Stanton the top 5. Travis Farmer, Dustin Walkley, Mike Hauser, Stephen Henning Jr. Top 9 still left in it. The thing to note with Stephen Henning Jr., it is questionable if he can make it. Now, if you are just joining us and you don't know what's happened with Stephen Henning Jr. after what was what has been, I should say, a very dominant number 78 machine. Miscue between him and the iRacing spotter. Ended up jumping to restart because of it. He had to come in and start a drive-through, or no, a stop and go, a 45-second stop and go. Why we are harping on it and keeping an eye on it. These drivers are about a half a lap short on fuel. Robert, was it a half a lap or 1.5?
It was between a lap and a lap and a half.
Okay, so never mind.
Just depends on how much they're saving and how long they can go.
All right, so never mind. Scratch what I said. Is between a lap and a lap and a half, they are short. Of course, hypothetically, of course, in game with how much they're saving. So the question is that 45-second hold that he had to serve, and he's still on the lead lap, 1 minute back. But the question is that 45-minute hold, was he able to save the fuel? James McConnell, meatball flag, had control of my excitement there for a second. What in the name of mine has happened? And James that's terminal. Maybe not terminal, but cheese and crackers. Which sounds good right about now. Yeah. Yeah. Lower ball. Hold up. Time for my diagnosis to come in handy. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Tire rod snap, lower ball joints. Actually, if these darn things have control arms, it's broke. Yep, that is terminal night done for James McConnell, but we'll give him props and credit where credit is due. It was a strong run for the 7 machine up until then. Mike Hauser running in 8th. Pacey Widget. Fastest lap of the race the last time by. 1:24.14. Lord have mercy. What are you going to do to stop him? I don't think there's much you can do. Question is, how many laps does he have left? That's the question. How many laps does Pacey Widget have left? You look at the now newly fixed Raging Idiot Racing Network, presented by Inspired Racing League, of course. The new graph showing the drivers where they've ran in positions all throughout the race. Yeah, Pacey started in the back of the field, was able to jump back up to 4th around the halftime caution, and really has stayed there, has stayed there up until we got the restart. From there, kind of rode 3rd a little bit until Farmer led him to his inside, and then he was able to make work of James McConnell, has led the last 6 laps. D1 drivers had a very up and down night. Ben Milden led the opening pace up. Good God Almighty, he is tracking that jerker. But
So Garrett, I've got an update on the fuel. I got teams reporting that they might be good to make it to the end of the race.
so
Some of the guys have been saving since the halfway, so might not have too many guys needing to pit.
So that is a bad break for Stephen Henning if they can make it. All right, well,
Yeah.
keep it updated on that. Right now, we're going to assume that Pacey Widget can make it. As for Elijah Fisher, and really, we're just going to assume everybody on here can make it. Just going to assume. Anyway, crap, where was I at? Oh, yeah, it's Ben Milden. So Milden, rough night tonight, got up to 6th. At one point, of course, led the opening pace lap. That is counted on here, as you can see. Phil went to 6th, dropped all the way back to 9th. And you can see on the graph, he has steadily climbed his way back into a podium position. Right now, I think if I had been Milden, I will take after what a long night. Milden has had a couple incidents with Kay Cannon. Spun around, dropped all the way back to as low as 9th at one point. Came all the way back to now running in 3rd. Who else has had an up and down night that we can talk about here? Mike Howell had a pretty consistent night, running 6th at the moment. But actually running about 8th. throughout the majority of the night. It's been as high as 30 at one point. That was earlier than the green flag run actually led a lap. That's right, the green flag run happened. That's where them other lap leaders came in. It's been a very solid night for Mike Hauser. That is just a few of the drivers who's had a very up and down night. Right now, Pacey Widget about to put Stephen Henning Jr. a lap down. Jack said I would say something, but I'm not going to for... Never mind. Nope.
That last time by, Pace just set a new fast lap of 123.99.
I wasn't even posted in practice. Oh, Lord have mercy. They're going to have a field day tearing this car apart. He barely got it. 990, barely got it, but nonetheless, first driver within the 123s. Elijah Fisher's 124.59. That's no. Travis Farmer's with a 124.3. I love the comments section. How about that? Will that help? I know just because there ain't really a lot of battles going on at the moment, everybody's kind of spread out. Robert, I will give you some insight on the chat right now. Right now, we have a deal going on, a pop for some nerves between Colton and Jackson at the moment.
Let me guess.
Whatever the heck's a pop.
Colton.
Whatever the heck a pop is.
Soda.
Oh,
soda.
ow, ew.
Soda pop.
Ew.
He's probably wanting one of those Sprite cranberries.
Huh?
I said Colton's probably trying to get one of those Sprite cranberries from
I don't know,
Jackson.
but if this sore throat's not getting any better, I mean, though I cannot elaborate, there is... Never mind. Let's just say I got some extra work I have to do after this that... If this sore throat don't get no better, I know where the Jack Daniels is at. I'm about to knock this sore throat into Alaska, wherever. Whichever one's closer in Canada. First off, I do not promote drinking during the broadcast, by no means. Just try and make it a fun night because I don't feel all that good. Oh, somebody blew a motor. And I heard it. Thought I heard it. Heard something. Robert, did you also hear? Elijah Fisher! All right. Well, Robert just raises questions going into Darlington if the Falcon Motorsports' engines are starting to have an underlying issue or if this is just sheer coincidence. Of course, this is the Cars Tours, not the actual Cup cars, but still.
Yeah, he sounds like over the radio chatter. Sounds like he had the same issues that Chris had, was not paying attention to that rev limiter and just ran it too hot.
Pop.
And the motor gave.
Pop goes the reason. In other words. Well, the car looked finger looking good, but now she is burnt up and done for the night. For Elijah Fisher. We're looking back here. Oh! Yeah, she grenaded. And that's not funny, but that's the loudest engine expire I've heard on this thing. Well, being they've been on the broadcast, and I've done this before. Give me 1 second here. Well, we have KFC on the hood, of course. This is not a sponsored league. This is me doing my own stuff. And probably going to regret doing this. But right now, if I am reading Google right, you can still get the $10 Tuesday deal. Get 8 pieces of dark meat chicken or 8 tenders every Tuesday for just $10 at KFC nationwide. A few other deals, but I'm not going to go through them at the moment. That $10 deal seems like it's the best. Wouldn't you agree, Robert? But
I'm not a big KFC fan.
Oh
I'm
my
more
God.
of a Church's chicken.
oh, Rob.
Oh,
Fair enough. All right, you know, no more, no more. This can go. No. All right, yep, nope. All right. Anyway, a lot of fish are in the pits. Done for a night. 6 drivers left in it. Pacey Widget, Milton, Farmer, Aaron Stanton, and Mike Hauser, the top 5. Man, Ben Milton's going to walk out of here with a top 2. Just keeps it straight for 2 more circuits. And honestly, you know what? Back on a serious note here, advertisement out of the way. I really can't advertise a movie that came out decades ago. Of course, that's Pacey Widget's car, if anybody has not caught the reference. I was wondering what the red was for the longest time. I just now got the hint. With the doll on the car and all that, I'm slow today. But yeah, that was the one thing that I think we did not consider coming into tonight. I definitely did not consider it. The engines and going down this long straightaway, I definitely did not consider. I did not think much of it. I could have swore cars had more rear end in them than what they did. But nonetheless, here we are. It will bite both Falcon Motorsport drivers as Pacey Widget started on pole. Well, was supposed to start on pole, missed the start, got the halfway caution, got back in it, and he will see the white flag. And Robert, how many races is this in a row now? Well, he didn't win last week, but dude's been on a tear.
He did. Wednesday, if he would have won, would have been 4 in a row. So this would have made 5 in a row.
God
restart that winning picker.
Yep, right now.
He's on a 1-win. He's going to be on a 1-win streak going on now.
Right now, if I remember correctly, even though he is not a part of the league anymore, Shane Harr still holds the record of 5 straight wins in a row in the Thunder Series. Won the last Gen 4 race before sweeping as Pacey in the dirt, but able to keep it straight. But will go on to win the first 4. Really sweep. Yeah, no. The first 3. So, yeah, the record is 4 instead of. I'll do some reference work on it. I think it's 4 now that I think about it, because he did not win Phoenix. That went to Hayden S. Williams. So, Shane Harr won the opening 3 late model races, so that is the record at 4. Beat Colt Ward's 3. As Pacey Widget will come across the border and take home the win in Canada. Pacey Widget, your winner from Canadian Tire. Ben Milton, gonna keep an eye on him. Through the final turn is what has been a very emotional week for the Milton family, who will bring it home second after what started off the first half as a night from you know where. Travis Farmer will, after spinning late in the race, will rally back to a 3rd place run. Aaron Stanton will close that lead to Colton Ward even more. Dustin Waltney will come home. Oh, he's going to wreck it. Quit. Put it in reverse. It'll be a 0 down to a top 10 finish, a top 6 finish as Dustin Waltney comes across the line 6th. So Pacey Widget back to victory lane. So while Pacey celebrates it, we'll go ahead and get Travis Farmer in the booth here. Travis Farmer, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it was a hell of a night for the Jegs.com number 13 machine. Excuse my voice here. It's trying to.
Yeah, that was fun.
It looked fun. Take me through the mishap, however, spinning late in the going, but then crawling back to what was a third place run.
Oh man, I was struggling. I don't know what was going on with me. Just kept running off track here, there, and everywhere, man. It was rough. I did not think I would come back and at least get a podium, but I'm happy with it.
My buddy, Canadian Tire, of course. Not a lot of season left. Actually, this will be it for the Cars Tour. Well, not it necessarily, but this is the last stint we'll have with the Cars Tour going forward. How will you summarize both portions of the Cars Tour stint so far for the 13?
I really enjoyed it, man. It's been really fun out here racing with everybody with all the different cars and stuff. I really like it.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Oh, you know, the usual, you in the broadcast room and the whole league for letting me race with them and my soon-to-be teammates, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, man.
I got you.
Well, Travis Farmer, hell of a job tonight. Congratulations on a P3 finish.
All right, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Yep. Well, there ain't but one happy camper tonight. Well, actually, I'm sure. Well, Travis Farmer, as a matter of fact, very happy camper. I think the top 6 will be a little bit happier than the rest of the field. Up next, the dominant car of the night. Well, the second. Okay, he will still not upset Stephen Henning Jr., who will lead the most laps, so he will get that out of it tonight. I'm going to interrupt this little loner's conversation down here he's having with him. Pacey Widget, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, that must be your favorite broadcaster, because every time I broadcast, you win. So,
Yeah, sure.
but buddy, hell of a job tonight. Missed the start. Hung around, got up to 5th on pit strategy, and then from there it was pretty much took the lead about 7 laps after the halfway break. Just take us through the night for the 00.
There was some remarks made before the race after I qualified on pole. So I decided I was just gonna take it and start from the pits. So that way I didn't just kind of pull my way into the win. I actually had to drive through the field. So that's where that started at. And yeah, I mean
Mission
it
accomplished.
was one hell of a battle between, I think it was myself, Travis, and I want to say James.
Dustin. Oh no. It was James. It was James. I ain't even got my shit right today. Excuse the language. I apologize.
But
yeah.
no, that was fun. After I got cleared though, it was just kind of set sail and wait until the white flag, I guess. So.
Well, buddy, I do want to ask you a question from kind of cover everybody's standpoint. Did everybody know right from the get-go that we weren't going to make halfway? Or really, when did it dawn on the field that we can make it the second half if we save? Because we saw just about everybody come in and pit. Was there talk amongst the chat where we might be able to make this if we save it?
For the first half, the only reason we couldn't make it two halfway is because we started with 15 gallons of fuel instead of the allotted 18.7. That's just something with iRacing itself. That's how much fuel the fixed setup has.
I think it calculates practice laps and all that. I ain't too sure.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, so on the fixed setup, you only get to start with 15 gallons.
Oh, okay.
But the car itself holds 18.7.
Oh, okay.
So because we loaded in the fixed setup, it was then very, very iffy if we were going to make it to halfway. But as soon as we made it to halfway, I think with like 32 laps to go in the race, if we pitted from that point, filled it up, we could make it all the way, no issues. It was just simply because of the iRacing fixed setup only having 15 gallons to start with.
All right, well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Does anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I gotta shout out you for broadcasting. The wife for letting me do this. The kids for going to sleep. Gotta say happy birthday to my oldest daughter. Yeah, Aaron for giving me the challenge to start from the pits tonight.
All right, buddy. Well, a hell of a job tonight. Pacey Widget comes from the back and gets the job done tonight in Canada. Appreciate your time, buddy.
Pacey,
a hell of a job. Huh?
Pacey Wygent did it.
Wedge. I'll get it right. Wedge. And my God, look. This is why, this is why I only do certain leagues. It's one of the first things I tell him. I'm not good with names. I mean, to be fair, he'll probably get laughed at. I think the first two times I was looking at Ben Milton whenever the race started, I got him and Knurt confused. Wasn't during the Tribune or nothing, but it's been a long day. But,
I'm just busting your butt. Everybody gets my last name wrong. It's okay.
Yeah, well. Send me a voice audio before next week. I'll listen to it. But hell of a job nonetheless tonight, buddy.
All right, thank you.
And last but not least, after what's been a very emotional week for Ben Milton, he'll come home second tonight. Ben Milton, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing, Garrett?
Under the weather a little bit, trying to knock that out before it gets started. But
Heard that, yeah.
just take me through the night again. Very emotional night for the Zero Delta boys, yourself in particular. First off, take me through the dust up earlier with Cade Cannon. Just hard racing or just couldn't get away from each other? What was the circumstances there?
Yeah, Cade. He's done it before. He'll probably do it again. But I passed him fair and square going into one, and then he came to the hairpin, and he just, I don't know, maybe just forgot how long his car was, and just bumped and run. And then later in the race, we had further contact, and then I was alongside him, and he went off into the woods, so I don't really know what he was doing. But yeah, I guess, it's unlucky for him.
Well, as for tonight, afterwards, we're going to look at the data here. Of course, you were one of the first ones to know about the upgrades. All the broadcasters will be getting. And we're going to look at this little position by lap chart all the way down to ninth at one point, and able just to steadily, after the halfway break, around what I think is a lap 30ish or something like that, slowly started to rise up through the field. Really, how are you able to keep your head in it going forward after what was, some could say, a pretty difficult first half? Like how much grit came out of tonight for the 28?
Well, practice obviously was limited with everything that was going on personally this week, so it was I struggled to adapt to the cars and stuff initially. The first stint or stage, as we call it, it's just fuel saving really, because I could see that we were struggling, and I was going to try and make the whole stage without fueling up, but became impossible. And then obviously I had a few dramas with Cade, and it kind of rectified a bit, spinning back round and things. So I was just using that as a learning. And then in the second stage, I kind of knew my way around the track a bit more and could push on. But again, it was a little bit a bit close on fuel again. So when I caught the lead pack, I realised that it was going to be close. So I just dropped back again, tried to save a bit of fuel. Then I was coming back at Elijah when he had his problems. I take it he blew the motor. And that was a shame, because that would have been a good fight.
It's going to be a very difficult night on the motors. Well, buddy, we got 2 races left. Southern National, as a matter of fact, one of my home tracks. I live an hour from the track. Not know it till last year. Hell yeah. Anywho, Southern National, Milwaukee Mile. Last 2 Cars Tour late model series runs before they are done for the season. We'll be moving to the trucks. As a whole right now, and I'll probably ask you this question like I asked Travis Farmer. Again, 2 weeks from now, we'll get a more accurate answer this time. But judging from the first six races ran with this Cars Tour, how would you rate it so far? It was a bit of a learning curve, not just for you, but all of Zero Delta. But it seemed like after IRP, things started to click. The whole team entirely was a good run last week at Five Flags up until some incidents happened. Even then, I still think came home with a top 10. So really, how steep has the learning curve been with these cars, and how would you rate the first 6 weeks?
Well, like these cars, when we first joined the league, obviously I struggled a bit with the Gen 4s because they're evil. And then they just want to kill you at every opportunity. But these were the first time that I've kind of felt like I could drive properly, and with the short track stuff and that, it was fun, and it was kind of the closest to the road racing. But yeah, they're you can't underestimate them. Just when you think you got them nailed, they're try and kill you on a corner or downshift or something. So, but yeah, they're really good fun. You just throw them around, and everyone's pretty close with them. So, except for Pacey Wingnut or whatever you want to call him this week.
I don't know.
You gotta try that name. There's so many
I've
ways
tried
of
it, and I've got it wrong every time. I'm serious. He thinks I was joking about the voice thing. No, I actually mean send it to me when you look back at the end of this broadcast and hear the interview.
Yeah.
For real, send it to me. Well, Ben, I won't keep it very long. Much longer here. Last question I got. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Obviously, the usual stuff. Zero Delta guys. Really sorry for James, because it looked like he had a really good run going and probably a
It
podium.
was an awesome run.
But yeah, he's probably inconsolable at the minute. He was very angry. But yeah, he was looking really good. Also, Dusty top 6, really good for him. He's just hanging on in there. You, with all the passion and the effort you're putting into the new graphics and obviously commentating. Everyone that reached out to me this week after what happened with my friend Daisy, that results for her. And yeah, just hopefully move on now.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Thoughts and prayers are with the Milton family surrounding Daisy, and look forward to seeing you next week for Southern National. Unless you decide you want to run Monday, it's going to be tricky.
Yep, looking forward to the rest of the season, mate, and keep up the good work.
All right, buddy. Ben Milton will come home tonight. P2 from Canadian Tire. Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Yeah, cheers, Gary. Thanks, mate.
Yep. And with that being said, the final results for tonight go as follow. We're just going to run them from the top with the finishing results. Pacey Wignet, maybe got it right, maybe not. Ben Milden, Travis Farmer, Aaron Stanton, Mike Hauser, top 5. Dustin Walney, Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning Jr. After what was a dominant run for the 78, it will not come to fruition after jumping the restart at halftime. We'll have to settle for 8th in his home track. Another heartbreaker night. James McConnell, what was a hell of a run, 4-7. It will come home 9th after meeting the tire barrier. Earlier on, Tyler Stone will get around Kate Cannon for a top 10 spot. Cannon, Ward, Chris Salota will round out the field that started the race in 13th. Logan Puff 14th. Robert Real Quick race control for tonight. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to try to hype this up the best I can. Obviously, very limited right now. Monday night. If you have dinner plans with your wife, might want to postpone it to Tuesday. If it ain't got nothing to do with the kids, reschedule it. You're not going to want to miss Monday night. For Kay Cannon, it is do or die. It is a must win for Kay Cannon. Going into Darlington, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If Kay Cannon does not win Monday night, Colton Ward, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Mike Hauser will be your final 4 going into Homestead with a chance to win the Inspired Racing League Cup Series Championship. For Hauser and Fisher, it'll be their second trip to the Final 4, neither one winning last year. For Travis Farmer and for Colton Ward, it's been a great season. 5 wins. For Travis Farmer, it's been a very consistent season. 2 wins in his own right. The same for Fisher and Mike Hauser. But the wild factor in all this, if Cade Cannon wins at Darlington, Fisher, Farmer, or Hauser will be going home thinking what could have been. Let that sink in for a second. I know them three drivers are going to listen back. Them 4 drivers really are going to listen back to this broadcast, and that's probably going to stick in their minds for Sunday and Monday. Cade knows what to do. You do not want to miss Darlington. A lot at stake. With that being said, I plan to be there to cover the action. I might sound like I got about a half a dozen frogs in my throat, but I will be there nonetheless. I plan to be there. Better off just saying I plan on being there. Because you're not going to want to miss it. You're not. It is a season worth of points. A whole year's effort. Comes down to one race for 5 drivers. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching. I will see everybody on the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel right now. Plans for Monday. Until then, take it easy and have a good night.